actually, I have something to talk about here because I've been abused in film and TV and music, most of the text work, but also some kind of, dancing style or like a story, right? So it actually linked to being objected. Maybe most of it a hidden thing, right? But I realized that there is a sort of hidden world where, for example, modeling or actors do the hard work and then the star steps in and do the rest. It's a sort of stand-in modeling, a stand-in actress where they make the scene, and for my part, I'm not introduced. I'm not even there, but they use it. I'm there, but they're not telling that they're making a scene, which is illegal because the rest of it is illegal. But I realized that there is a risk for modeling and also underwear modeling, and we go further on to sexy modeling, this kind of explore, which some of the model talked about, the photographer went too far kind of thing. My impact on this Me Too kind of thing is that there was a trade of human being. Like Hollywood did actually trade children into working as young models and stuff like that. I also found out that looking at some of the photographer, for example, one of the biggest photographer in that New York scene is an old crime photographer and artistic photographer called weege, Weegee, weege, right? It almost sounds a bit like it could be Australian for Vicky. So I looked at a lot of his work, and I think he set a very sad standard, which is a standard of violation in a way. And I think that he was a crime photographer, knowing the police, being first on the scene, and maybe being the person that had committed the crime. And his work is a masterpiece in bullshit, to say it honestly. He staged, and he probably also was a master in it. And I actually suspect him for being some of the gross of this. He might not be the person that you think is Vijay. I think he used a handicapped man as a cover. And I even think he staged his own death, and I think he stages his name. But he set a standard that also influenced Copenhagen and influenced the film in Denmark. Centropa is also one of the, you could say, they set a standard which was insane, bad, necrophilia, B films, which is abuse of women, abuse of, all of that. So basically, I think you have to redo your copy market, modeling, perfume, whatever. I think you have to rethink how you take pictures of modeling. Because I can still see, if I go down on my troll here and say, if I'm looking at modeling work, underwear, sexy model or something, I can see there still is this kind of humiliation, almost like explore or even hurt, pictures of hurt. And who the fuck I mean, I don't want to see it. I don't think it's inspiring. I think one thing that Playboy and Playgirl taught me something about is that it's not going to be hurt. You're not going to see hurt as a kind of product, which I see a lot of the model work, that also some of the catwalk was, skinny, almost unconscious walking, no smiling. They looked like a fucking ghost parade, man. And I also, who wanna buy something from a ghost? So I actually liked a little of the Victorian angels, where you really show off, right? And but I think there's a problem with this kind of sadistic way of photographing, which I think came from Second World War weege kind of thing, that you have this kind of humiliation look at models. I think it's disgusting. And I think the model should say no, you know. And I don't think that, I mean, if I was a model, I don't think I would do it actually. Um, then rather not. I mean, if and there might be a problem with people are on drugs, they might need the money and stuff. But um, I think there was some photographer that were criminal, and also some people in Hollywood that were criminal. You know, Weinstein is a good example. To kind of test if you could go further, and then this, in a way, I think Weinstein might have said the actors that you could dress off could go to the scene of dress off. It was a sort of, I could imagine it was some kind of selection he did, that, okay, this girl is everybody's and blah blah blah, you know. But I think it's because I'm from another. The sport did a little bit the same. In you know, why do we have elite sport with children in gymnastics? I mean, what the fuck is that for a thing, that you put children gymnastics into like torture, slavery, and then you use them in media as some kind of, I don't know, naked, you know what. And I don't understand parents that put their children into elite gymnastic, and then you know, what is their school, you know. So there's a lot of things going on in the media that I don't really like. And I also, it's a bit the same with the boarding school syndrome, that if everybody moves the limits too far, it's difficult to get back from there, you know. But I think Weinstein and Me Too is a way to maybe get back from that, you know, explore thing, where it's almost like pedophilia pictures or something like that. And today I was actually thinking if I could find some picture reminding me of somebody that really I have a crush on. I can't get him, but, you know, just a little inspiration. It turns out that nothing of this was kind of inspiring, because it was just like abuse pictures. It was modeling, but there's some kind of edge on it I didn't like, you know. It's a little bit like the film about Hugh Grant. That, no, hang on, it's not Hugh Grant. About a magazine, and there comes a fat lady in, and she get the job, and she get to marry the boss and stuff, which I think is humiliating. I mean, it's a bit like if you want to change somebody, then stay away, man.